See, if you're that person out there that is still operating with this mindset that whenever you ask somebody for a help, that you must get that help from that person, or maybe you have been doing it and it has been working for you all this while. You see this period with this present Nigeria and with this present hardship that everybody is facing. In fact, most people are facing. I will not generalize it to everybody. You better have a rethink. You better stop or quit that. Remove that mindset from your mind. Erase it. If you have been operating in that manner, madam, auntie, brother, erase that mindset. Because in this 2024 Tinubu administration, it's not funny to any human being that you are finding it so easy to ask somebody for a favor and you get it. And all of a sudden, you're not asking for the same favor or a similar favor from another person or from that person. You are not getting it. Shouldn't make you to be angry. If it is so easy for you to get it, you wouldn't have started asking that person to help you out with that. Yes, because that person did not come to you or did not knock at your door to ask you for a help. Doesn't mean that he or she doesn't have problem. Yes, she is just managing herself. There are some people that doesn't know how to inconvenience others. They don't know how to beg. The attitude that they have, they will manage it. No matter how difficult things are to them, they will still manage it. But you that cannot manage, that will always ask from your neighbor or from somebody or from your brother or your sister to give you this or give you that, do not take it for granted because that thing is not your right. It is just a privilege. It's just a favor. So that person, you will come to that person every now and then and ask for help. And the person will just render that help to you without any stress, without asking you or without any delay. Doesn't mean that that person owes you anything. Yes, it doesn't mean that you have right over that person. It's not your right. So don't feel bad. Don't make any unnecessary facial gesture, that unpleasant facial gesture that is not good towards that person when that person says no. Because that moment you're asking that person for that help, you don't know what that person is passing through. Yes, you don't know the type of problem that person is facing. Maybe the problem you are facing that moment is like a tip of an iceberg compared to the problem that person is facing. At times, they might even allow their problem to be just to help you out. Doesn't mean that they are always 100% okay. They don't experience any problem. They do. They just decided to help you. Yes. So do not just carry unnecessary grudge in mind or anger or animosity, whatever thing you might call it, because somebody refused to help you. Somebody that used to help, even if that person have not helped you before, you should not carry that in mind. Yes, you should not carry that. After all, that person is not the reason why you are in that position or in that condition. That you are facing that problem, that particular moment, is not that person's fault. Yes, if that person should come to you and ask you for a help when you are in need, you might not be able to render that help to that person. So do not just assume that that person is 100% okay. He doesn't have any issue. He doesn't used to have any personal problem that requires solving. Yes, do not just think in that manner. Because as you are having your own problem, so is another person having his own problem. So let us not just take people for granted because they have been rendering you that help all this while. You now start developing that sense of entitlement. No, you see that your sense of entitlement, flush it off. We don't need it in this 2024, especially in this Tinubu administration, because we are not finding it funny. I know what I'm saying. How can somebody call you and ask you for, even if, let me tell you, if somebody should give you 5K in this administration, thank that person. No. It might not buy you a lot, but you don't know the sacrifice that person made before he gave you that money. You don't know what that person denied himself, more especially if you're in this country with that person. You don't know the type of denial that person made in order to give you that money. Yes, especially if that person is not owing you. So do not come and start using your self-entitlement mentality to start with chanting others. It will not happen in this 2024, in this Tinubu's administration, because my very self, I'm no longer finding it funny. You will come to somebody and ask that person for help. That person says, no, I don't have. Tomorrow, if you see that person, you keep your face long as if that person collected something from you or deprived something from you. No, you don't do that. You see that face you have been using to collect things from that person and you have been getting it and you have been smiling with that person. That smiling face you always wear whenever you want to come and collect something or whenever you have gotten that thing from that person. Always keep on wearing that face. Even if you didn't get that thing from that person that moment. Keep on wearing that glowing face, that cheerful face. Keep on wearing it, because if the table should turn around, will you give to that person? If that person should come to your house and ask for that help, will you give to that person that thing? So let us learn to accept no as an answer. If you don't know how to accept no as an answer, you see in this Tinubu's administration, you have to learn it too. And if you don't want to learn it, then be ready to pile up baggages baggages that will weigh you down. And when it weighs you down, you start looking for somebody or hospital that will treat you. BP is real. Yes, and once you have BP, it comes with a whole lot of things. My dear, if you ask someone for help and that person fails to help you, do not carry unnecessary face for that person because you don't know what that person is passing through that moment. That's my own. If you're coming across this video, please help me to share it to others to know and also to learn. Thank you.